If you've been wondering to get into cryptocurrency, it's time to buy some coins. Well, yeah, absolutely. Right now is the best time to buy crypto compared to the entire last year and really like 1.5 years. Bitcoin could 3x from its current price point and it would still be under its previous all-time high in the previous Bitcoin bull run. But that's the thing. First off, I gotta say, this ain't financial advice. Furthermore, it's when there's blood in the streets, okay? Everyone's bearish, everyone is scared. All of that points to the time to actually buy, not sell your cryptocurrencies if you have them already. And it's painful because most people that talk about crypto and Bitcoin and whatever other digital currency we're gonna come up with next, well, here's the deal, okay? Most of the people that already like cryptocurrency are into cryptocurrency and hold some crypto, so they're naturally going to become depressed, down, frustrated, mad, and whatever else as prices dip down. I know there's going to be some dude commenting down below and he's like, I got diamond hands, bro. I've been through a cycle. I feel nothing. Okay, well, that's great. Okay, I'm a little numb too, but not quite as numb as you. My name is Vosker on the VoskCoin YouTube channel, and today I'm just going to really run through some fundamentals, reasoning, scenarios on just exactly why you should be loading up your crypto bags right now instead of capitulating or standing on the sidelines. First things first, huge shout out to our CCO, that's our Chief Coin Officer here at VoskCoin. That's gonna be Tails, the wiggliest and the cutest. She's also a Dogecoin, so that's your daily reminder to consider buying some Dogecoin because every single market cycle, it doesn't matter. All right, Doge pumps big time. Why? Because it's a meme coin. Because it's cute. And people don't always care about the fundamentals. They don't care about the limitless supply. They don't care about China owning a massive portion of Dogecoin because they make all of the Dogecoin miners. No, it's on Wall Street bets, baby, and we're sending it to $1. I'm joking, but I'm serious. You'll see Dogecoin on TikTok again and every other social media. And the thing is that for whatever reason, people love it. And what Dogecoin really proved as like an experiment that was never intended to be an experiment. If you don't know, Dogecoin was just made to make fun of Bitcoin, yet it found top 10 cryptocurrency success with literally no development and just a fanatical just community that built around it based off of just cute Shiba Inu memes. But the takeaway here is the monetary experiment that is Dogecoin, if you want to kind of take a step back and zoom out and get a little technical. Okay, get your lab coat on, all right? And get your glasses on. And what you see here is that people enjoy moving the decimal place over. It's really that simple. It's not exciting to own 0.00132 Bitcoin. It's not. It's not exciting at all. It kind of sucks. It's like, it's demotivating. In a way, it can be like emasculating. I know that's a toxic term these days or something. But yeah, it's just like, it's not empowering, man. I want to be like, yeah, I got some Bitcoins. Hell yeah. And it's the same thing with Dogecoin. You can easily buy hundreds, thousands, potentially even millions of Dogecoins. And then everybody starts chanting the same old song. If this goes to 1 million, I'll be a Dogecoin millionaire. I remember the specific period where Doge, it was like 20 or 200 bucks or something. I don't remember. Something like just easy to understand numerical figure here. And it's like, if I buy this, I get 1 million Doge. And then if it goes to $1, I'm the next Dogecoin millionaires. Yeah, follow me on the talk, baby, at VoskCoin. And then they broke Robinhood. The takeaway, though, is that people like high supply coins, and that's something to really look out for as we move forward.
You know, we accept Doge every year for our annual DEF CON conferences. So I definitely, don't think Ethereum is opposed to Dogecoins. I kind of wants to feel like, Ethereum is at least a little bit in spirit itself a Dogecoin. And then, as I mentioned, I love Doge. I bought a bunch of Doge. I still hold a bunch of Doge.
It's been proven time and time again that basically people like high supply coins. Other coins can of course do well. Ethereum finds big success every market cycle, and that's another thing I want to talk about. It's always good to have some orange coin, as the BTC maximalists try to pound into all of our heads, but the fact is that Ethereum will rise more and fall more than Bitcoin from a percentage point of view. And that will mean that if you put $1,000 into Bitcoin and $1,000 into Ethereum, you're going to end up with more dollars most likely. Dollars are rapidly printed, inflated. That's a whole different issue, okay? Don't be too tied to the dirty dollars or other fiat currencies out there.
Is the Fed just going to print money?
That's literally what Congress has told us to do. There's enough cash in the financial system, and there's an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve, an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve, an infinite amount of cash.
But it is a great way to measure your success. Really, it comes down to just, I would say, 2.5 things. How many dollars do you have, and then how many dollars do you end up with, or maybe want to end up with? How many Bitcoins do you have? Because as the age-old adage goes, one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. But one Bitcoin continues to be more dollars. One Bitcoin continues to be more Teslas, or whatever other car you want to input there, or whatever other material thing, on average, year over year. So for me, when I'm personally reviewing metrics, I'm looking at dollars, I'm looking at Bitcoins, and if you want to kind of steer off the kind of beaten crypto path, you could look at just stacking up your Ether. I know, Ethereum's terribly unusable with its gas fees until it came crashing down in price and everybody stopped using the network, so it became not that congested, and now it's actually kind of finally cheap again to use. But, Ethereum 2.0, and it's supposed to get better, yet so many other cryptocurrencies have already done proof of stake, which is a different blockchain consensus mechanism. Basically, to put simply, they're moving away from those miner things. I got a miner behind me right there. It's actually a black Dogecoin miner.
Can you briefly summarize your vision, how Ethereum 2.0 will make Ethereum more scalable, secure, and sustainable?
Sure. So I think recently we've actually been kind of de-emphasizing the ETH 2.0 branding, I guess. So the reason behind that was that originally we envisioned something more like a big grand event where, all the good things would happen at the same time, and it would be a new blockchain, and it would be a new protocol, and people would have to take a lot of effort to migrate over. But later we've slowly changed the roadmap over to something that's much more incremental. Right, so proof of stake happens kind of over time, and then sharding gets added over time, and all these features get added over time, and so the experience for just a regular Ethereum user still feels very seamless, right? It's like maybe a little bit more complex than the hard forks that we've already done, but from a user's point of view, but like not by that much.
But you probably get my point, or you don't. With that said, we're gonna go ahead and move on. One of the best things to look at is looking at blue chips, right? The blue chip is basically a cryptocurrency a lot of people think are here to stay. Obviously, Bitcoin, Ethereum. You veer off of that path a little bit, maybe you start looking at something like Solana. There's a lot of other cryptocurrencies. There's also coins that people think are blue chips, but they actually don't really end up being blue chips. They kind of fall off in the next market cycle. A coin that went ballistic in the 2017 crypto cycle was Neo. A coin that did pretty much nothing in the 2021 crypto bull run? Neo, right? A blue chip that didn't exist in 2017? Solana. A blue chip that exists now? Solana. A coin that was here, there, and now, and did great in both cycles? Ethereum. And again, I'm not really trying to push Ethereum or whatever. To really get back to my focal point in this video is everybody's saying recession this, we're all inflation, doom, Bitcoin going to zero, Ethereum 2.0 really just means Ethereum 2.0. Okay, whether it's trading under $1,000 or over $1,000, is down significantly from its all-time high. And again, if you've been interested in cryptocurrency anytime over the last couple years and looked at these price points, and then you look at what coins are trading at today, if you take a deep breath and just kind of channel how you felt previously when you were interested or excited, how is this not a really cool opportunity to buy at a discount? I will caution you though that what could happen is it could continue to be discounted in the short and even medium term. So that's where a lot of people start DCAing, dollar cost averaging. Let's say you have $1,000, $10,000, whatever, add as many zeros as you want or can. let's say I've got $1,200. Instead of just blowing my load, putting $1,200 into crypto today, what I could do is put $100 in. You can automate this with a lot of different cryptocurrency exchange. But anyway, my point is I'm mostly sitting in stable coins right now, like USDC and GUSD. And so I set up reoccurring buys in there, and I just put $100 or whatever into different cryptocurrencies a week when they get down to these low prices. Look at the greed and fear index. Okay, if everybody's scared, that's an inclination that maybe it's the time to be bold. It's the classic thing: sell when others are greedy and buy when they're scared. Easily said, difficultly done. Difficultly. I think I just made a word. Honestly, I kind of like it. We're gonna keep it. So, take that, Webster. You added Google, go ahead and add my words. Oh, also, full disclaimer, just transparency. BlockFi is an annual sponsor, and I guess to plug it, you get $250 for free in Bitcoin if you use our link down in the video description below. But I promise you, I didn't bring that up because I'm like a programmed by robotic advertisement.
You found what?
That's what I do, and that's one way I do it. So, but in all seriousness, DCAing has proven to be a better metric. Maybe you'll get a better buy at a lower number. And it just kind of relieves some of the stress of like, wow, I knew I should have waited another week, or, oh man, it went up, I'll wait until next week and hopefully it'll go down. And then it keeps going up and up and up. And before you know it, the ship sails again and you're not in it. Or, again, everything keeps dipping down, 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 and you blew all your ammunition and you can't buy the bottom of the dippity dip. So it really is the best way for the average investor. I will say I DCA a little bit, but I crypto all day, every day, 24/7, 365. So I do, keep most of my munitions here, just, ready to pull the trigger when I think we're going to get to this big time capitulation bottom. I think we are low. It has not been long enough, in my opinion. It has not been bloody enough, and there's just not enough crying, right? The crypto space, there's a lot of crying going on. There's a lot of toxicity, okay, but there's just not enough. There's still people bullish. Even on our Twitter poll, people don't think Bitcoin's dead yet. And I know we got the best community in crypto, but the percentage is still too high. That is honestly a good metric. Like, you need people more scared, but people believe in Bitcoin more than ever before. So, regardless of what the mainstream bullshit media tells you, okay, Bitcoin's not dead. They don't like Bitcoin because they can't control it. It's financial sovereignty. It's the financial revolution, liberation of people. And, they're all ruled by the USD, but we don't have to be. They're all ruled by the USD, but we don't have to be. Ooh, we got something going there. Let's go. So there's a rapper in me. But if you want to talk like portfolio, what to do, this and that, I mean, look, put a core of your crypto investment into Bitcoin. Grab a chunk of Ethereum. These are the big two. They're not leaving, okay, whether you love them or hate them. Then start to look at maybe a couple blue chips. Again, like Solana, I think is a safe bet to do very well again in the next cycle. Then you start looking at some speculative altcoins, right? And you need to find something that interests you. Like, for example, Gitcoin is like trying to have like a builder's ecosystem. It's a pretty cool atmosphere. I think we need a better use case established for their GTC token, but they're long-term focused and I like what they do. They're also all probably pretty wealthy from Ethereum as well as other ETH tokens and their own GTC token. I bring that up not to discredit them, but actually to credit them, because if they're already wealthy and they continue to push forward, then they're going to probably be operating in a less greedy manner. It's like, these people set out to make millions and then they want to rug and leave and quit, whatever. If they already have, let's say, millions and they keep pushing on, they're here to make a difference, make some changes, have an impact. And I'm not trying to endorse them. I couldn't care less if you buy them. I actually don't hold any GTC right now because I'm waiting for a better buy opportunity. I think Looks Rare could be a good opportunity. I did not invest in Looks Rare, like in their seed rounds and all that. They'd had some kind of shady bullshit in there in the beginning. And I also don't hold any rare tokens right now, or Looks tokens right now. But I think it's an interesting way to get some big exposure to the NFT space. For example, OpenSea does not offer us that. OpenSea has just become filthy rich themselves and given investors no opportunity, the general retail investor, right, to kind of get some of that exposure. those are just two examples. I'm really not trying to push those. I mean, I think the Optimism OP token could be cool, fun, and interesting. I also dumped my airdrop and don't hold any of those tokens. And that's the thing. I'm happy to like talk about coins openly. Fortunately, we've gained a lot of traction on YouTube and other social media, which is super cool. And I'm forever humbled that you guys want to, tune in and continue watching our content. But because of that, on the flip side, everyone's like, "Oh, you're just trying to pump your bags. You're just trying to shill it, bro." And it's just like, God, man, can I just like even be excited and talk about anything anymore? But those are just a couple examples. You really need to invest some time, look at the fundamentals, find what's interesting to you. Or you could look at like the memeability. That's a marketing factor these days. I don't know if people are using that term, but we're gonna run with that too. Get Webster, we got another one.
Oh, here we go again.
So, memeability, right? We got Doge. It doesn't matter what nothing matters. Okay, nothing matters. It transcends matter. Okay, it'll probably pump again. Then you have Shiba Inu token. What started out as one of the most interesting and shady coin operations I've ever seen that gained huge mainstream momentum. And, there's a lot of bad things related to Shiba, but to talk about it on a positive note, it is truly a better Dogecoin. So if Doge moves away from being proof of work and mineable, like some people say they want to, and they're pushing towards, speculating, and Vitalik Buterin's trying to push that agenda.
Hey guys, you do realize that like basically every major cryptocurrency except for one has an active plan to switch to proof of stake, and like to them it doesn't matter. I guess the argument will be even easier to make once, Ethereum is proof of stake, and once, Dogecoin's plans are further along and Zcash's plans are further along. Wait,
Dogecoin's going proof of stake?
Didn't they recently release something? Like community?
We need a request chat.
Just release some alpha.
Yeah, I think you just released this.
No,
Chat is saying leaked.
No, it's out. It's already out there. Dogecoin Foundation, in collaboration with Vitalik Buterin, to create community staking, got published on last year on Christmas. Yeah, no, stuff.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're just uninformed, Ledger.
Yeah.
We need a research assistant.
No. This is
Well, then I can assure you that SHIB is entirely better than Dogecoin if it makes that jump. But what Doge has is that proof of work blockchain, that legacy aspect. It's being pushed forward with the Lindy effect. How many terms do we need to be like, yeah, that's why it's valuable, guys? It's got the Lindy. What else do you want me to say? So I'm joking, but I'm serious with all this stuff. I could talk about crypto all day, but more or less, that's just kind of what I want to talk about today. I don't want to drone on too long. People find anything to complain about these days. The video's too long. The video's too short. Well, god dang it. Get Papa Bear on the line. Which one's just right?
Wait, Pa, and I will show you good.
On a serious note, though, thanks so much for viewing. I hope you subscribe. If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let me know what cryptocurrencies you're watching below and why. Don't just show your own bags. I'd love to hear, I really like this coin because of XYZ. Bring some reasoning or your lack of reasoning, like, oh, we don't need it. This one's got the memeability, boys. So anyway, as always, my name's Vosk on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Thanks so much. Hope I see you tuning in tomorrow. We're uploading a ton still, and a lot of people are quitting. Not me. I didn't quit in the last bear market, and I won't quit in this one.